She's a good teaser. And we blowin' reefer.
What up? What up? Beats, Rhymes, and Life podcast, episode 4. Got a little tongue twisted there.
Yeah.
It's all good, though. Let me loosen up a little bit. Episode 4, we in the building. Stack Doe, De Niro, Tangy, DJ T Rob in the building. What up, y'all?
What's up?
Yes, indeed. So make sure y'all following us on all the social medias. We definitely on Twitter at BRL Crew DMV. You love doing that. What's up, man? We on Facebook at BRL Podcast DMV. On that Instagram at Beats, Rhymes, and Life. That's Life with a Y. And definitely on that YouTube and SoundCloud. Subscribe to us on YouTube for sure. You know what I'm saying? All the dope visuals on there. And like I said, catch us on SoundCloud. We got all the live streams of the audio on there. And also a whole bunch of other good hip-hop stuff for you. So, yeah. What's going on with y'all, man? What's up?
It's the weekend. We got a 4-day weekend.
Thank God. Hallelujah for that, right?
That's right.
It's been a long damn week, y'all. I'll tell you, man.
Yeah, February almost in a wrap, though. Got 2 weeks left in February.
Yeah, how about that? Black History Month almost done, man.
Yeah,
that joint always creep by like that. Like before you know it, it'd be over with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's been a lot going on this month, man. It's been a busy month from like the Super Bowl all the way up until now. It's like, as a matter of fact, this week to me started out a little bit slow, and then like all of a sudden it's just like bam, 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 a bunch of shit started happening.
I'm like, it's the first weekend without the NFL. Next up, we got all this stuff going on.
Yeah, people bored.
Going on. Yeah, something going on.
People bored, getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, man. But let's jump into the quick Grammy recap because the Grammys went off last Sunday night. A lot of star power in the house. A lot of celebrities out that joint. As far as the hip hop side of things go, definitely some big moments on the hip hop side. We had Cardi B, who won Best Rap Album of the Year for her album Invasion of Privacy.
Yep. First female, right?
Yep. First female to do that. First solo, exactly, man. So big up to Cardi B doing her thing. Then we had Drake.
Yes.
Tangy's boyfriend in her mind. You know what I'm saying? He won for Best Rap Song of the Year for God's Plan.
He should have.
Which was a great song. Every time I hear that joint, it just make me feel good. You know what I mean? One of my favorite joints from 2018.
That's right.
Definitely. Shout out to Drake, OVO, October's very own representing. You know what I mean? Libra gang in the house, Libra Scorpio gang. Big up. But it's funny because it was two side stories that kind of came out of those moments where, you had Cardi B winning and then Drake. First off with Drake, now let me tell y'all, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I was surprised he even showed up to the jump.
I was too.
Like he don't never come to them award shows at all. Like
he don't do no BET.
He don't really do the BET either.
At all.
Soul Train, none of that joint?
Nope.
Wow. Okay.
Never. So
something new.
Just the fact that he was there, I was like, damn. But so we ended up winning for Best Rap Song of the Year. But the other side story that came out of that is funny was that, not only being there, but his acceptance speech, going up there to accept the award. He carried the Grammys quite a bit on that joint. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting that.
They wasn't even, and you see what they did.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that was crazy. So it was funny because watching it, in real time, I was like, hold up, what just happened? Like, after it happened, I'm like, so they cut homie off. That was jive disrespectful. But then I thought about, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It was a message behind that. What he was saying, I like that shit. You know what I mean? That was tight. What y'all think about that, though? It seemed like all the, the celebrities and artists in the house was feeling that, too.
I think that was something that they needed to hear instead of protesting all the time, like all them years that Jay and people like that didn't show up or whatever and protested the Grammys. It was a good way to protest in person. Like
right. Taking advantage of the moment.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their peers aren't even really their peers. And the only reason why Drake was there was because they probably paid him to show up or something like that.
Right. Boy, he took advantage, man. I seen Joyner Lucas standing up in the crowd like he was feeling that jump. Like he caught the Holy Spirit off that jump. You seen that?
Yeah.
And Joyner Lucas, by the way, one of the most vicious bammers out there, rap-wise. He was up for a few nominations, didn't win, but he definitely had a hell of a year in 2018. So yeah, I fuck with Joyner, man. But yeah, that was a moment, and you know, I think his message was clear. You know, hey man, support the artist, man. Them Grammys don't validate y'all. So
that's what he was saying. He was saying thank you, but at the same time, put that middle finger up.
Thank you, but fuck you.
What they did, this really don't mean nothing because out here,
right.
it's hard to earn people. You know, CDs ain't selling no more, but you got people that are planning to go and see these concerts. You know what I'm saying? Whenever J and B in town, they dropping buckets.
And he made a nice cultural statement too when he mentioned, you know, the Academy not really knowing where they come from. You know, not really knowing the background of a mixed race person like him or a brother like Travis Scott from H-Town or Cardi B from the Bronx. You know, young Hispanic woman. So you know that to me spoke to some of the bias that the Academy has. Good. Okay, yeah, we got, you know, it speaks to some of those biases, man. You know what I'm saying? That happens in those types of situations, in those academies, like you got the Oscars and all that. They always doing stuff like that. It's always that type of misrepresentation or lack of representation on our side. You know what I'm saying? On the hip hop side, R&B, whatever.
My thing is, I think Drake gonna come up with a song. Finish up since y'all cut me off. I'm about to drop. Let me finish my.
Let me finish my thought.
There you go. I got it for it ain't over.
He was getting ready to. I wanted to know what he was gonna say next. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, all right.
Yeah, so I don't think it's over yet. He ain't said on social media nothing, has he?
Nah, it's dead. Yeah, he over that. You know what I'm saying? We moved on to celebrating the 10-year anniversary of your what's that? Thank Me Later. So Far Gone. Yeah. The first one. Yeah, So Far Gone. Right. My bad.
10 years.
I know you know. I know Tangi. You know she on that. Yeah. She corrected me quick as shit on that joint. Like, boy, don't mess that up, man. But bitch, by the way, man, definitely, what was that? A mixtape, an album? It was like a mixtape that was rolled out like an album, though.
Yeah.
And it had quality tracks on there, like album. It was put together like an album. You know what I'm saying? Definitely classic joint. Just want to throw that in there real quick. What was some of y'all joints off there? You had the Uptown joint with Bun B. Yeah, that was a classic.
You know, I like Bria's Interlude.
That was a tight one. The In for the Night joint, the little slow joint, that was kind of, you know, something on the sexy tip if you want to get your freak on. That was good.
Practice wasn't on that
Calmness.
joint. Was Practice on that joint?
No, I don't think Practice was on there.
Practice on Houston, Atlanta, Vegas?
Nah, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas was on there.
No, but I'm talking about, he came out with a mixtape that was titled Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Oh, because I thought they had an interlude on there too. That was titled the same thing.
I think it's a song.
It's a song.
It's like one of the first.
On us.
It was tough though.
Yeah. The other joint, the Kanye produced song. What was the name of that one?
Best I Ever Had.
Best I've Had was on there. I was thinking of the other one that Kanye produced, with the heartbeat track. It's got like a heartbeat in the background.
What?
Oh, A Night Off. Remember I had Night Off?
Night Off, another one.
Yeah.
Let's see what else on there.
Uptown.
Successful on there. Ignorant shit. Yeah. Say What's Real. That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Kanye produced track. Say man. A lot of good stuff on there, man. So shout out to Drake on that one, man.
Trying to go back and listen to that joint.
Yeah, classic. 10-year anniversary joint. Yeah, man. So the other little side note from that joint, did y'all see how it popped off between BET and Nicki Minaj though? They made a little. They threw a little shade at Queen Nicki.
Yeah, they saying that ain't no. I mean, you got a big major corporation. You know, that's just me. I can monitor what's on my phone. So who has the password to post what on what? You know what I'm saying? Got to be the communications person. Come on, people going to school, you know, getting 4-year degrees and be in charge of
stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, true. I would have to agree with you on that, bro. That's definitely a little irresponsible, social media wise, very irresponsible, man.
So
you got to be on top of your peoples. I don't care if it's an intern who just running to get your donuts and coffee. Like you got to make sure. You know, they representing that brand properly, man.
When they do that, I mean, I kind of feel like they know what's going on. When it goes out there and it goes sour, then they got to play cleanup, you know, and clean things up and make it. We apologize. We love Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean? So
that's highly possible.
I think they threw it out there.
They threw it out there, and she didn't like it, right? Which it was just a bad move all the way around. They should have been on top of it. Yeah.
And they've been quiet. since the shoe throwing incident and the fight in the hotel.
Yeah.
It's been John quiet. It's kind of like they were trying to stir the pot.
They was trying to start. I mean, because they actually ended the beef. They made up. They wasn't really beefing no more, and they wasn't going in on record, at least, going back and forth with each other. So the beef was dead. Nicki doing her thing, Cardi doing her thing. That's the part I don't like. That's bringing me to this point here, which is where I'm with it. Where I'm at with it is, I don't like how they try to pit, the top female rappers against each other. You know what I'm saying? Why do we have to choose? We can like them both. Mm-hmm. We can like them both. We don't have to just go with one or side with one versus the other. We free to like them both. Both of them tight. Both of them deserve the love. They both work hard.
They both get in the bag.
They both definitely get in the bag. Why the hell we gotta choose between the two? You know what I mean? We wanna mess with both of them, and it's sad to see that the media kind of always does that. No matter what the artist is or who the artist is, when it comes to I guess our own, they always try to put them against each other. They did the same thing with Nas and Jay. It's just all the way around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some beefs, I guess, do happen naturally. And I got to make the point that I think that, even though the media does kind of put them against each other, I think Nicki didn't help the situation in the beginning, just kind of coming off the way she did. Just being a little...
She was a little salty.
She was very salty. She was very salty.
Because somebody was trying to take her spot. You know what I'm saying? So... Because you got to think she was rocking. I mean, when it was just her. Who else was her?
She had her time though. You know what I mean? She was on top for a minute.
She's still there, but she got shit at limelight, and now Cardi B job. With this Grammy,
you can't be
like yo, put the stamp on. Move over. You gotta move over.
That put the stamp.
So if it's a concert, or whatever, I'm a headliner. Ain't no blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't no come up chick no more. What
I think
talk about?
People behind the scenes did that too. Like they were running back, telling her stuff like, "We're not going to give you this endorsement because it was just too much going on behind the scenes too that played a role in their beef." And had all of that not happened, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Yeah. Well, she rose what 2 years? How many
2 years. That grind was vicious. That come up was
That's
vicious
2
in 2
years.
years off of Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah. Yep. That's crazy.
She the first and last since to really have that much of a
crazy.
blow up off of Love and Hip Hop.
2 years, and
she was out of here.
What's the joint she opened up for Old Door and dude tried to come and make out with her? What's that? Coachella? What was that? No, what was it?
Coachella?
Yeah.
Offset came out there with had the whole layout with the roses and everything.
Yeah. I guess he's feeling real salty now, huh? Also, you think Offset he still in makeup mode?
Nah, they back now. They back together. They back together. Everything
quiet.
good. Yeah, they good now.
It's
He's
quiet.
coming out with an album soon.
Yeah, I seen him in the studio working on the jump.
I ain't know he made up. They've been quiet on that too. Since he come on stage with the flowers.
Well, he trying to get back. He trying to get out of the doghouse. You know what I'm saying?
They showed up at the Grammys together, and he's been beside her these past couple of weeks leading up to the Grammys.
Yeah, he was definitely right by her side Sunday night, boy.
Holding her dress.
Yup, helped her get up the stage and everything. He was backstage celebrating with her and all that.
He was trying to be as visible as she was.
Hey, look, he like a kid back in the candy store now, Joe.
Hey, man. Young version of Jay-Z, Jay and Bay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I was just trying to get all my little stuff together here for social media. We gotta let the people know. You can watch us live on listenvisionlive.com, where we live stream each and every Saturday at 12 noon. So so let's get on this 21 Savage. I was a little mad. We ran out of time last week. We didn't really get to touch on the 21 Savage situation the way that we probably should have with the week he had, but then. Here we go in a new week. We got new shit to talk about, new developments in that story. So, let's start. Hey, I mean, as everybody knows, he was picked up Super Bowl night, or I guess the night before Super Bowl. I think it was a Saturday before the Super Bowl, by ICE.
Targeted by ICE.
Targeted by ICE. We've now come to learn that he was targeted by them. They picked him up on immigration charges, said his immigration status had expired. They tried to pick him up on some bogus, drugs and gun charges. Took him in. He was detained for like 2 weeks, and was really going through it, man, until, of course, the God MC Hova himself, Jay Hova, sent his legal team in there to get after it. And fortunately, they were able to turn things around, and they were able to get him at least released on bond while he's awaiting his deportation case or whatnot. So, boom, he out on jail or out on bail, you know what I'm saying, on bond. He out there about to live his best life, flicking it up on social media.
Back with his kids.
Back with his kids, back with his mom. Had a chance to take the PJ I saw to go see his mom, which was a great look. And before you know it, fast forward to yesterday, news broke that he had to surrender to authorities over some old shit. Now the old shit, that they're saying is a case from 2016 where he was paid $17,000 to perform a show for a promoter in Atlanta, Georgia. He was paid the money but skipped out on the show and never performed. So she filed the warrant actually back in 2016, initially to have him picked up on felony theft and deception charges. So I don't know what happened between then and now, but here we are again. You know what I'm saying? He in trouble. He had to turn himself in, and it doesn't seem to be a big deal, but it's just to me it just seemed like they trying to pile it on him right now. Like they really coming after him right now for the petty shit.
So if ISIS arrested him, they didn't pick up that he had a warrant for his arrest. Was it a different system? Like,
I guess they must not talk to each other.
They don't talk.
They don't communicate with each other.
Government, you know what I'm saying? Like when you in the military, I guess you step on a naval base, you under their authority. It's their rule. So
right. You step in a different police district, there's a different authority. It's all all the red tape. They for whatever reason they don't communicate with each other. So that slipped. But if you think about it, that's a good point because that's the same situation with the ICE detainment. His status has been expired for a minute. He's been trying to go through the process of getting his stuff renewed.
And for 13 years.
Yeah, but he's been submitting and going through the paperwork to get his visa and stuff reinstated. So what's been going on all this time? So all of a sudden, Super Bowl weekend, then you want to pick him up? Yeah. Like, that's the same point Tangi making. It's like, why is this stuff getting lost in translation, and then all of a sudden, once he hot, his name in the spotlight, his name ringing out. Right. Now y'all trying to pick him up for every little thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, man. It just seemed like another case of them targeting him. I mean, even though this is going to end up being a civil case. You know what I'm saying? This is something that they're going to have to work out in civil court. But it's just the bad publicity during this time. You know what I mean?
But what I like about being I work with young kids, I like the way his attitude. I saw an interview he did. He was like, he wasn't like, man, this some fuck this shit, man. I'm a guilty. Right. Now he was like, you know what, the system, is broken. You know what I'm saying? He said it just need to be fixed. He was telling him how he was in the room. They ain't say nothing to him, and he said yeah, we got savage. They took him in. And that was it. It wasn't like no explanation to him. What happened, he was like, they just grabbed me and took me and put me in this box. That's right. And got out 10 days later. And but he's like, I ain't mad at nobody, but the system is broken. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? So his whole attitude, I like the way his ass. I got a lot of mad respect for him, man.
Yeah, no doubt. You're referring to the Good Morning America interview yesterday. Yep. That was a pre-taped interview, but it just aired yesterday. Yeah. I watched it too, and I totally agree with you, bro. Yeah. I mean, the way he's handling the situation, is like a real G. You know what I'm saying? He's a young fella, but he handling that joint like a real grown man. Yeah. Handling his business. You know what I mean? He's handling it with grace.
Yeah, and and then he talk about the lot joint just dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they saying how he just got all that. He jive at that pinnacle that he moved.
He's changing. He's progressing. Yeah. He's at that point in his career where he's making the transition from average street cat, to being more conscious, thinking on a larger level. Yeah. And for real, man, that's the time we living in. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go back too far, but if y'all go back to the Rock Nation brunch before we get too far in that, I just wanted to touch on that because in that situation, in that atmosphere, you had all that black excellence, man. All that positivity, all them brothers in there, you know what I'm saying, who making money, they're doing their thing, they're making good music, they're contributing to culture, and, they're helping each other out. Yeah. Exactly. One hand is washing the other. Yeah. They not being crabs in a barrel. Right. They not being haters. Everybody mobbing together for the greater good of the culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's where this culture is going, and 21 Savage is right along with that. Yeah. Seems like with his mentality And I really think that even him going through this situation, it's going to turn a negative into a positive. Like Meek is the face for prison reform. 21 Savage is going to be the face for immigration reform.
There you go.
And for, really, really tackling this immigration issue the right way. So, yeah, big up to 21 Savage, man. He had a busy day yesterday, but, he's definitely going to be all right. Even with this latest news, fuck that. He going to be straight.
He going to be good.
Yeah.
He going to be good, man. He definitely going to be good. Yeah, let's move on to, this was a crazy story right here, man. Like I said, a lot going on this week. This cat here, YNW Melly, newer cat on the scene. I first caught wind of this story, man, last week. The way it broke was he was supposed to be performing here. He had like a show here, and he got arrested for this alleged double murder. Turns out that was false. He didn't get arrested here. I don't know. Did the show even take place last weekend? It didn't take place, did it?
I don't think so.
Okay, so something happened. He didn't get arrested, but he didn't perform here last weekend. They canceled the show or whatever. Next thing you know, he had to end up turning himself into the sheriff's office in Miami, in Miramar. And, they brought him, or he turned himself in on double murder charges. Apparently, he murdered two of his best friends. I don't know if they were all in a group together, but I think they were all, rap acts that were associated with each other. But they were definitely friends outside of the rap. And, apparently he killed him, shot him dead. Closed casket, that's it. Haven't heard too much about those details, about what the motives were or whatnot. All I heard was, this video that came out for his single Murder on My Mind. All of a sudden, like, that surfaced this week. Yeah. And everybody was trying to say, damn, how you going to be talking about killing these dudes in the song? But, we got to clear that up right now here on Beats, Rhymes, and Life podcast. That video, if you haven't heard by now, that video is not connected at all to this double murder. That video dropped, I think, last August 3rd of 2018. And the single dropped even before that, because just last week, the single went gold. Single sold 500,000 copies. It moved 500,000 units. So the single been out for a while. And again, the video dropped in August of 2018. So totally unrelated, but what's going to happen is they're going to use that song in the case against him. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
So he's fucked either way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sad, man. That shit's sad, ain't it?
Maybe they don't have enough evidence to convict him. He hasn't confessed. Or
Nah,
anything yet.
I haven't heard anything about that.
He ain't boy. He ain't do your boy.
He ain't pulled a Tekashi 6ix9ine. Nah. He ain't pulled a 6ix9ine.
Hey, he pulled that bucket of chicken out, man. You don't know how to give bro some KFC.
I want to say something about that too after we finish with YNW Melly, because I heard some shit about that case. It's crazy, but yeah. So I mean, they gonna use that against him all day. They gonna try, throw the kitchen sink at him, boy. I mean, but it's just a tragic story, man. I don't know what happened between them, but. It couldn't have been that bad where you got to murder your homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Nothing could get that bad. I'm sorry. If y'all really friends like that. But here it is, another example of life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's your closest friends that'll be the ones that do it to you, unfortunately.
How old is he?
He's young.
Young, like 20. I don't even think he was 21 yet. I don't think none of them 21.
I got him at 19.
Yeah, like 19, 20.
Man,
so life over, 3 lives done, and the lives of their families, everybody affected. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got the ceasefire out there, fellas. Man, it ain't never that bad.
Beef ain't that bad. It ain't worth the man's life and your life as well.
Walk away, man. If y'all beefing, man, or if y'all ain't getting along no more, just fall back, take a step back, man. Try to let it work itself out somehow. But crazy, yeah. But on that Tekashi note, you mentioned Tekashi. So basically, we all know he's cooperating with the authorities. In this RICO case, he's already been, making statements and telling on his associates. He's already fingered them, literally, in many court documents. Which, by the way, them joints are public knowledge. So we not just talking shit out here. This is public information. You can look it up online, go find out for yourself. But anyway, So word is the deal that he's participating in or that he took. He may not see jail time. No bullshit. Yes. I just heard. Man. Yeah, no bullshit.
Wow.
Not only, his time is getting, decreased, he may not see any jail time. So you know what that means.
Wow.
He's spilling some
made the whole shebang.
Man, he's telling on everybody. Your mama
telling on some people who they been looking for.
He going out like fucking Rico and paid in full. Like, I'm giving you everybody.
He gonna be like doing the Goodfellas. He's gonna relocate somewhere getting his paper.
He gonna be in WITSEC.
Yeah, it's done.
He in witness protection off the. They already said. They already established that.
He getting rid of them tattoos ASAP.
Yeah.
They need to move him to Alaska, y'all.
Yeah. I can say he can take you and your family.
You gotta go to Alaska, bro. Yeah. And the funny thing about that was his baby mama did an interview with Vlad, and she was the one who was reading the actual court documents.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know Vlad. I ain't trying to plug him too much, but check that out on Vlad TV. Wow. If he ever see this interview, Vlad, holla at us. You know what I'm saying? We hooking you up. But that shit was kind of fascinating to me, man. But so Tekashi still talking, still running his mouth, man. That's not gonna end well. No matter what.
Nah. He thinking about himself right now. Like, it's about me.
Yeah, definitely all about him.
Well,
all right.
No, go ahead.
What was you gonna say? Go ahead.
They probably trying to cut the same deal.
Oh, could be.
And that probably was like the thing that was like, oh nah, they not about to do all this on me.
That tends to happen though. Yeah, that does tend to happen. Yeah, no, I'm glad
because his name
you
is
brought
out
that
there.
up. Yeah,
he the man. Yeah, he
famous one out of the more recognizable one out of the group. Mm-hmm. So it's either that's on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that put us up to it. He's the one that gave
paid. He put the money up.
Yeah, that's a damn good point. I mean, a lot of the times in them situations, that's how it happens. They try to get them to turn on each other, and that's how those deals happen.
There's gonna be a fall guy.
They gonna see who gonna turn first, who can I turn against who first, and then it don't even matter because everybody going down. But it's just that, boy, that's how they get you, man. Yeah. That's why they say, look, if you ain't built for that life, man, leave it alone, man, because Jay-Z wouldn't even be out here if his boys turned on him. Yeah. We wouldn't even be talking about Jay in that life.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Emory ain't keep his mouth shut, shout out to Emory Jones. That's DMV too right there. All day. You know what I'm saying? Vegas Jones on that Instagram. Y'all know what it is. But if he ain't never keep his mouth shut.
Everybody had to run in. You go back in the 90s, all them rappers like Snoop had his joint. Jay had his, Diddy had his, everybody had that episode.
Definitely.
They had that episode like, hey, I can't do this no more. We gotta clean this up. Make sure it don't happen again. Cause I'm about to do life. Do some time.
Yeah, and that shit when they start hitting you with them numbers.
And
like
New
do in
York,
the courtroom.
New York famous for that.
You start fainting.
Yeah, when they start hitting you with them numbers, Joe. You already know.
Yeah, that money can't get you out of. Nah, it's a rap, son.
Trying to give you 47 years.
Yeah, you better kiss the baby.
Kiss the baby. She's out of here. Yeah, all right, so what we got next? All right, so yesterday, some shit popped off between T.I.P. And then you have Floydmayweather or Floyd's representatives. It wasn't really Floyd. It was more like his representatives taking up for him. But to kind of just a little background on that, so we all saw Floyd make a fool out of himself going into the Gucci store, going to purchase more Gucci after knowing that the boycott is on and popping. He knows. He tried like he don't really care. He don't know. He knew what the hell was going on. You know what I'm saying? And, TMZ called him going into the Gucci store about to make a major league purchase. And he wanted to get on the joint like, whatever. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I don't care about none of that stuff. I do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? If I want to go in here about, just popping off shit, whatever. It was irrelevant anyway. But T.I. felt some type of way about that.
That's right.
Apparently went in the studio that night and lit his ass up with that joint.
You listen to the joint, you can tell he had that in his voice, like he
had that
roast this motherfucker.
that trap music in his voice. You know what I'm saying?
And he had a little jealous, mess with my wife. So I'm
was that in there?
come hard.
Look, you can't deny that.
Yeah.
All that was in there.
It was in there.
All that you gotta throw that in there. You know what I'm saying?
So
because not only you doing fuck shit, but I already don't like you.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you know, I'm gonna air you out.
That makes
now.
it even
Give
worse.
me a reason.
That makes it
You
even worse.
giving me a reason, right? Boom, you
Yeah.
gave all of us a reason.
Yeah, yo.
So he went in the joint, dropped the track, "Fuck Nigga," Thursday evening. Man, that thing set the internet on
it's
fire.
lit.
Social
Yeah,
media,
it's
that
lit.
joint was lit up, young.
Yeah.
And you know, he was going in classic T.I. style, the lyricism, the flow, you know, and the message, man. I mean, he basically he killed him. He killed him on that joint. It was really nothing Floyd could do except get mad.
What can he do? He can't even come back. You know, and then 50 Cent ain't help. You know, it's all
that
50
letter?
did. You know, yeah.
That letter.
You know.
I mean, because look, truth be told, we all know that he didn't write that original letter. You know what I'm saying? We all know he didn't write that shit.
We hope not.
that.
We never seen him write before, dog. So
Bruh, we
all
know that
what 50 put
Bama
out.
is illiterate,
Yo,
man.
yo.
I hate to say it, but the Bama is illiterate, man.
Oh man, but look,
He working
look,
on a fifth
hey,
grade
look.
education, dog.
Look,
No
50
bullshit.
you know, but thing is, though, Floyd can't respond. All he can do is get on the microphone.
He get his handlers.
But
He
yeah,
get his
yeah,
handlers to
yeah.
respond. So one of his handlers came out, issued a statement, you know, just trying to fire shots back, you know, saying stuff about T.I.'s infidelity issues from the past, talking about the content of his music. You know, calling him a clout chaser, you know, just one of these celebrities just, you know, trying to live in the moment and eat off of, you know, the movement that's bubbling up. You know, T.I. got back at him, you know, on an IG live stream, which I actually happened to catch yesterday afternoon. I was just, you know, messing around on my phone. I see T.I. go live. I was like, oh, I got to watch this shit. I knew it was about to go down.
Okay.
He went out, you know, he was out chilling with Tiny or whatever. They was doing their thing. And, you know, he just addressed the situation like, look, you know, because one of the Bammers that spoke out for Floyd tried to say that he had that track in the stash waiting for him. Yeah. So I think that's probably what set T.I. off.
Yeah.
Like, hold on.
Yeah, hold it, yeah.
Let me go address this, Jones. So basically, he got on the thing and was like, listen, man, I'm not thinking about you for real, dog. Why would I have a track in the stash with that content on it? You know, it said I didn't need to. He said, you gave us all the content we needed.
Yep.
I went straight in the studio that night, nigga. He's like, I went in there that night, nigga. And made the joint, you know what I'm saying, and fired him up. So, you know, Floyd, man, the way I feel about it is this. Floyd, I don't care what you say. You can have whoever writing for you. You could have them, you know, all your PR people on this joint trying to clean it up. We don't care. We know where you stand already, boy. So, you know, it's just a shame that, you know, we supported him this long. For me, I feel bad for even supporting him for this long. You know, because people told me about him. They used to tell me. They used to, and I used to ride for him. Like, nah.
He's been ignorant.
Yeah, he has. I think I was riding for more so the boxing side than.
Because he got that arrogance. You know, you got to have a swagger. And everyone having that swagger in box. You got to have it. But
and
now,
he was damn good. He backed it up.
Yeah,
you know, you
But-
can't take away that he's one of the best ever. You know
But
what I
now
mean?
when you come
So,
into a people person, now you got to get along, you know.
You gotta see the
community,
character.
your culture. And
Yeah.
then, you know, they're like, hold up, you know.
yeah, you're not really checking off the way we thought, man.
Nah.
Yeah,
I don't think that he had a point about T.I. being like a clout chaser and kind of taking advantage of this opportunity to kind of.
You think so?
I think he has a little bit of a point because remember last week when we were talking about it, I was telling him that all of this boycott about the boycotting Gucci when this scarf when the sweater came out last year.
Yeah.
So for celebrities not to know, especially T.I., because I've seen him in endless Gucci. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, I mean, I understand it's a woman's sweater, but all of this happened at the right time. I mean, the sweater came out, the whole boycott, all of this happened during Black History Month.
Yeah.
T.I. prides itself on being like this
Socially conscious T.I.
yeah. And then
He is socially conscious T.I. now.
so now this
Brother
just
Malcolm
gave
and
him
Martin.
the perfect like opportunity, and then for Floyd to come out like this, like he's supposed to be the bigger man. That's what he always preaches all the time, like being better than somebody, not wasting his time on dumb stuff. So why was it him that had to speak out against it and drop a song? And he knew what this would stir up. He dropped the song on Valentine's Day. He knew everybody was going to be on social media all day long. Because why? Everybody wants to see what everybody is doing for Valentine's Day.
True.
Come on, the man is smart.
Yeah.
I mean, there was definitely some strategy behind it in the whole presentation, and I'm just gonna say as far as the presentation, there was some strategy there, but I don't know. I don't feel like T.I. is clout chasing too much. I do feel like he's coming from a genuine place. I mean, I watched a program on Netflix. I can't remember what it was. I think it was one of the Mass Appeal. You know how Mass Appeal.
When they was following him around,
they were following.
He
interviewed Andrew Young, Dr. Andrew Young, one of the civil rights leaders from back in the day, representing Atlanta, Georgia. You know, he talked to a lot of people from that era. He was really trying to do the research, on what they did to kind of make an impact in their era, and how that can help him going forward, leading another movement in this era.
Okay.
So I can't say it's not genuine. I mean, he's putting in the work. He's not just popping up trying, get on some Colin Kaepernick type shit like, oh, I'm here now. This is the wave. I'm trying to ride this wave. Nah, he really trying to make a difference because he does have a voice. He has a major influence on the culture from the South. But
for the Gucci boycott to be his thing. Like,
why? Wait a minute. How did it even become his thing, though? I mean, I know he posted that, oh, we should boycott for 3 months, but I saw that post honestly going around before he took ownership of it, or I guess before people
got recognized.
Put ownership on him of that. I swear to God, I seen that joint before he posted. I seen a few people posting that on Instagram, and I was like, oh, this is going around. I saw T.I. do it. I'm like, oh, well, T.I.'s is just spreading the message too.
So when did that blackface picture originally drop? Did anybody know?
When did that joint drop, Tangi?
The first.
I think you know. I think
the
you
blackface.
The first ad of that blackface sweater.
This was like fall, so this was like November, like October, November.
Okay. Wow. So it's a minute. So it's been
and it comes in different colors.
Yeah.
Black isn't the only color.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, now that it's Black History Month,
They see
now
the
black sweater comes out with the pronounced red lips.
I saw a white one, a tan one, or something like that.
I saw a tan one.
I ain't know somebody photoshopped it or something to make it. So
the white joint was funny as a mug, though. I ain't gonna lie.
With the little pink lips.
Pink tight lips, yeah.
Then my man Michael Blackson had to drop one. You see Michael Blackson joint?
No, I ain't seen the
you already know. He had the black joint on there. Yeah,
hey, young, they a fool for that one. The internet, boy, that joint never fails.
So it's been out since November.
Yeah.
We just getting whiff of it. What's that, 5 months later? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. We not in Hollywood, so folks in Hollywood, could always see it and see what's going on. So they probably seen it. Look at it, the black joint, But now,
by the time it got to the masses,
like,
because that's what Tangi was saying last week, or the last time we had a discussion about the whole sweater was that them celebrities, they shop at those boutique houses, man, all over in Europe,
the catalog
LA,
coming to the
Beverly
doorstep.
Hills.
They know what's dropping.
They know it way before we
like
do.
an East Bay joint. We thought East Bay they get Gucci back.
Took it back to the East Bay joke. Oh, I used to love that joke, y'all.
So they
all
know,
the kicks.
They know what's coming out all the way in that selection. So
Definitely.
They ain't offended by it. And I look at Floyd as, we're not gonna understand where he sees things. The money he got and the way he living. He I don't want to say out of touch with reality, but
no, you can say that.
We're not
is
in the same realm with him.
He is a little out of touch. When you have that much money, he already lived all the way in Vegas, out in the desert. Yeah, so he, come on now.
He ain't worried. Anybody in the circle, his circle he probably got a large circle because he got the money.
Yeah, no doubt.
And they all gonna agree with him. They ain't gonna balk. They ain't gonna go against the grain.
Bunch of yes men. Exactly.
So
yep.
He can say what he want, but he not lead no revolution,
No.
not in my life,
not at all,
not in my household. So
So with that being said, I'm with T.I. on this. Floyd just need to go somewhere, sit down. He's not even the one making these responses, so it's really invalid. I mean, people talking about, oh, those are good points. Yeah, those are great points, but they're not coming from him. So that makes it, if it ain't coming from him, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, go sit down. You know, let T.I., if he want to be, you know, the new brother Malcolm and Martin out this joint for this generation, man, then let him. Somebody got to step up and do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate T.I. for taking this on. Just like, you know, Jay-Z's becoming more active in social activism, man. I love that shit, man. Because it's about time. You know what I'm saying? We move the culture. We create culture. It's about time that we use that shit to affect culture.
Absolutely.
And affect things. You know what I'm saying? Use our power and use our voice. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. So next thing up, man, real quick, R. Kelly, you know, he back in the news this week again. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of this guy. Hopefully this time what just broke will be something that they can use to get rid of him for good.
I took him off my playlist, man. Valentine's Day, I had to go on my phone, my iTunes joint.
See?
Hit a joint,
man.
punch in Kels and hit delete.
You should have been deleted them boys, dog. You should have been deleted them.
Yeah, I had to take them.
I be mad because sometimes randomly R. Kelly
come on,
yeah.
You're right.
When seems like it ready, come on, man. Come on, that's come on, man.
Yeah, that's our time. That's why it hurts. It definitely hurts because that's our era right there. But it is what it is.
No school. You got Shorty coming over. I'm gonna put the 12 play on cassette.
That's all you had to do.
And let the joint ride.
Let it ride. Let it ride.
Yeah, so man, you know, so I'm already trying to find my replacements for him as we go on. You know,
We
I
got some
Trey.
cats. You got Trey. I don't really fool with Trey songs.
You know
I take Miguel. I fool.
Yeah.
Trey is kind of he
Dream got some joints on there.
Dream,
I can chop
Dream
up, drop some on there.
He's a hit maker.
Yeah,
everything he make is hot.
Yeah,
I say Dream. What's up with your boy Jock?
Nah. He said Jock. You
ain't fucking with Jock? I was just fucking with you.
Yeah.
I like some of his songs.
He do make some all right little Jones, Sean.
Nah, man. You know,
his CD was all right.
Nah. When it come to baby making music, you got Dream. You know, you can even go you can Raheem Devon. You got a few.
Raheem,
you know.
Shout out to Raheem. Definitely never let you down.
Yeah. So you know, but that's how it
DC representation. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Hey, look, did you see the prosecutor? What the white guy said?
Yeah.
White guy was like, "Yo, it's like." You know, do you think, that I asked him, you think he's going to be arrested anytime soon? You know, I can't say that right now, but I'll let you know, like, his time is short. Like we gunning for this cat.
Yeah.
You know? So
he turned the tape over to the authorities, to the FBI, who have already been running the case on his recent activities. Here's the other thing, though. Yeah. How the hell did they find it? The joint is apparently a VHS tape.
I don't mean to laugh, y'all. When he said we got a VHS tape, the generation now like, VHS, what's that? They like, hey, what's a VHS, Dad? You know,
that shit tripped me out, though. I'm like, where the hell they find a VHS tape at?
We talking, who puts that on VHS? That's what I'm saying.
So it's an old tape. It's not.
So he deserved to get caught, nigga. You too old. You too old to be doing this shit, nigga.
Yo, when Sparkle said,
put it on
when
the
girl said in the joint, yo, he had a bag of them. I grabbed one and I washed it, you know, and I took it home. Yo, when you realized the tape was missing and out there floating, man, come on, you don't do that, man. You destroy the evidence, man. If he doing that, he just like you say, he deserved it, you know, but he shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah,
but if he's doing it like that,
put it on a digital format, bro. Like it's 2019, man.
It's
anyway,
like a guy do old school.
Oh, he just an old loser, man. He's an old Chester ass motherfucker,
and he's still trying to have a concert. Said he trying to go overseas and still.
Nah, they about to shut him down. They about to shut him down, and they said in this tape it's the same old shit. You know, he's urinating on the young girl. He apparently refers to her body parts as, you know, your little 14-year-old.
They said they got identify him. They can hear his voice in the joint. They say he got his shirt off. They can identify marks in his body. It might be a rap. I say, what's it, February?
Yeah.
I give him around. I give him like in the March. You know, maybe early April.
In the March.
Yeah, in the March. Early April.
Spring break.
Yeah, spring. Go ahead, man.
Just in time. That was probably a bad joke.
It's gonna be a rap.
It's gonna be a rap, man. So.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. So,
hey, we kick it. Hey, look what you said, bruh. We wrapping up here. We gonna kick it just like we did back in the day, man.
Yeah, sure enough, man. I gotta bring it back now, man. All right, so one more thing, man. So, man, we came across a fascinating little story. So, first off, let's shout out the IG page, DC Stamp. They've been on the rise. If y'all don't know, please get hip. You know what I'm saying? It's a local page dedicated to just DC culture, man. Everything DC culture, the good, the bad, the ugly, you know, the beautiful, you know, and everything in between, you know what I'm saying? And you know, there's also another page on there on IG, Mecopolis. Now, this is more of a it's more of a New York-based page. So you have DC Stamp, that's our joint, but Mecopolis is more New York geared. But they definitely have a lot of information on DC as well, because just that whole relationship, you know, over the years in the 80s and 90s, you know, the whole drug trade and just, you know, the whole illegal business or whatever. So anyway, Mecopolis did an interesting thread. I guess we kind of came up on it because, you know, rapper Goldlink has been in the news kind of indirectly due to a situation that's going on between his girl, Justine Skye, and Sheck West. Now, Sheck West is the rapper that has that song, very popular song.
Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba, right. Definitely blew up the end of 2018, was you know, blowing up still, you know, even this year. And apparently they were in a relationship previously, and there were some domestic violence issues, and those came to a head Grammy week. Apparently, while Goldlink and Justine Skye were hanging out for the Grammys, doing their little, you know, Grammy party circuit, the Mo Bamba rapper, Sheck West, had his whole entourage like jump him. You know what I'm saying? Like they rolled up on him, and apparently they was trying to jump him. And she said that, you know, the whole time Sheck West was sitting in the car like a bitch. He ain't jump out at all. That basically, you know, he sent the people to get him. I don't know how true this is, but, you know, for whatever reason, you know, she went off on him, you know, just for that. Well, not for whatever reason. For that reason, she went off on him on social media, which opened up kind of like the floodgates on what was going on. So there was an interesting connection between Goldlink being from here and, you know, a local legend. Underworld, I would say a local underworld legend that we had no idea about, and we came across the thread on Twitter. The guy Mecopolis has his thread on Twitter. Tangi and I have been talking about this page. Like, man, I was telling her, like, man, you got to follow this page. Like, this joint like that. They be having all kinds of shit, rare photos of just all the gangsters, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, is they heavy on that shit, and it be real live type stuff, you know what I'm saying? So she bumped up on it, came up on his Twitter, showed me, and we going through the thread like, wow. So come to find out, Wayne Perry is Goldlink's uncle. Seriously, I mean, how crazy is that? Yeah, like how would he even know that? And he not from DC, I don't think. He a New York cat.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But the making the connection, it was the interesting part. So he lays out the whole thread and the whole background. Just, you know, it just got us talking about, you know, the old street days. And, you know, by no means was he glorifying the situation or what happened with Wayne Perry and stuff like that. But, you know, I think what we found out was, damn, you know, Sheck West better, you know, he better chill out with that shit. If he's on that like that, he might want to chill out because, and that's how it was presented. It was like, yeah, he might want to chill out because this is Goldlink's uncle. And, you know, he's a notorious big time hitter, you know what I'm saying, in DC. And it's just amazing how he connected the dots between, you know what I'm saying, Michael Frey, Salters, you know what I'm saying, Alpo, Wayne Perry, wrap it up. Damn it, I actually said it. I'm gonna have to get that out of there when I edit, but whatever. It's cool. We live and direct. But anyway, it was just a fascinating story, man. Make sure you check out these guys on Twitter and IG. Like I said, it's at Mecopolis on IG. And also, again, shout out to DC Stamp. You can find them on IG at DC Stamp. We definitely trying to holler at them as well on Beats, Rhymes, and Life podcast. So hopefully we can make that happen and bring that interview to y'all. But as for us, as about that pretty much does it. I mean, you know, we had a lot to talk about. You know, we was burning it up today, I think.
Yeah.
We burned it up, man. Felt like 5 minutes, but, you know, that's an hour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like that.
Getting it in.
It's fun. I appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
man.
you too.
Bring me on the team, you know.
No doubt, no doubt. This how we gonna rock, baby.
Yeah,
And make sure y'all keep it locked in with us. We got Eddie Kane. The Eddie Kane show is gonna be coming on right after us. So please keep it locked. You know, he gonna be doing his thing and turning it up even more. We just like to warm it up, get y'all ready for the big man. And catch us next week. We'll be back, of course, same time, same place, Saturday, 12 noon, right here, broadcasting live from Listen Vision Studios, Georgia Avenue, Northeast D.C., baby. That's how we rock.
Peace.
Two words, we gone.
That's right.
We blowing